Welcome back to Vegetarian Elite on Supreme Master Television. Today's episode features the multi-platinum recording artist Moby and the newly released book he helped to co-edit, Gristle, From Factory Farms to Food Safety. Thinking twice about the meat we eat. Turning a couple of Gristle's first pages, readers will find Moby's introduction. He writes,
I'm a vegan and animal protection advocate. My agenda as regards animals and animal welfare is also simple: to end animal suffering. My agenda had its nascence when I was quite young, and I first heard the golden rule, do unto others as you'd have them do unto you. That's the golden rule, right? When I was young, this made a lot of sense to me in an uncluttered and beautifully self-evident way. But it then begged a follow-up question. Who are these others referred to in the Golden Rule?
The 22-year vegan shared with us how applying this Golden Rule can open up one's heart and increase our love and respect for all beings.
Well, one of the reasons I became vegan is the Golden Rule. You know, the idea of doing unto others as you would have them do unto you. And I talk about this in the intro, is the idea is it's easy to apply that to our friends and to our family. And then you apply that to all human beings and say, like, well, okay, these human beings, they all have two eyes, they all have central nervous systems, so clearly if I don't want to suffer, I can assume that other people don't want to suffer. And then, like, you apply that to animals, you apply it to fish, you apply it to birds, you apply it... For me, there's no harm in applying a circle of compassion as far and as wide as it can go. And everyone benefits. You know, like, I can only speak for myself, but the best way for me to be unhappy and anxious and depressed is to be selfish and focused on myself. The best way to increase my happiness and also hopefully increase the happiness of others is to actually be concerned for the well-being of other people and other animals. So that's a big part of my veganism as well. For some people, it's purely health reasons. For some people, it's ethical reasons because they care about animals. For some people, it's because of deforestation, because of water pollution, because of air pollution, because of climate change. I mean, there are myriad different reasons why someone might choose to be vegetarian or vegan. I think they're all valid. For me, I'm vegan for all of those reasons, and also for spiritual reasons as well. I don't know. I don't like the idea of creating suffering when I don't have to. You know, it's one of my goals in life is to just diminish the amount of suffering on the planet.
Moby's written introduction in Gristle continues.
Later I was able to expand upon my Golden Rule extension, and I came up with a happy little logical-sounding catchphrase to justify my veganism and animal protection advocacy. Death is unavoidable, but suffering is avoidable. Just as I hope to avoid unnecessary suffering in my life, I can assume that all beings capable of suffering also hope to avoid it. Therefore, we should do our best to prevent suffering.
I'm really proud of this book. I think it's a great resource, and it reminds me, like, one of the things that sort of solidified my veganism and my interest in animal rights was the book Diet for a New America by John Robbins. And because I think I was sort of like a nascent vegan, and I read that, and that just made me realize that as much as I like yogurt, as much as I like some animal products, I was like, you know, I care about animal suffering too much to not be a vegan. My hope is that this would